So, Annie, can you introduce yourself? Tell our audience who you are and what you do.
I am Ann Mirabella, and I work at HoranFuneral Home, and I'm the IT operations manager here. HoranFuneral has been around in the Denver metro area since the late 1800s.
You know, a lot of times a company that has been around as long as you have is kind of stuck in the past. And it's interesting that you guys really embrace technology quite a bit. You, in fact, wanted to improve your technology setup, and you're now working with CMIT Denver. Before we talk about what they've done for you, tell me a little bit about how you use technology. Why is it important to your firm in terms of how you help families?
Well, first of all, we want information to flow as quickly as possible between all of the different areas in our firm so that everyone has the information that they need. We use an enterprise system called Meaningful Memories. We're able to collect all that information, and it's instantly available to anyone else in the company. It increases our accuracy, certainly, in making sure that everything is correct for families.
What were some of the problems that you were facing with technology that made you consider making a change?
Our system had not been very well designed in the first place, and as we grew dealing with our legacy systems, tacking on new things, and not really being sure how everything was working was a big problem for us. So we needed to step back and really look at how we wanted our network to be overall. We were using thin clients, which connect to a central terminal server. The server was a virtual server and wasn't really able to handle all the requests that it was getting. And thin clients aren't really meant to stream video or show graphics very well, and it was taking up to 30 seconds to a minute to load a page in front of a family, and that really didn't look very good to anyone.
So now that CMIT has come in and redone your system and has made full PCs available to you, how long does it take for these things to come up now?
Oh, seconds. It's very fast now.
And how's the video play?
Beautiful. It looks really impressive to people. We offer free DVDs to our families. Each person gets 20 pictures on a DVD, and we like to be able to show people an example of this in their arrangement. We weren't able to do that before, and now on these towers it looks beautiful and crisp.
Now, as I understand it, you still need to maintain a lot of different kinds of programs. Some of them are legacy systems that go all the way back to DOS, which some people listening on the call may not even remember what DOS is. So how good has CMIT been in terms of, a lot of times technology companies, they end up standing in the middle and say, no, it's their fault. No, it's their fault. I mean, how well do they let the buck stop here and just help you find solutions that work?
CMIT is really good at taking responsibility for things and accountability, and even when something isn't their fault, they help me find the right person to help us through it and work together. And that makes such a big difference, to have somebody just take control and get it taken care of.
People often worry when they outsource to somebody that people are going to be responsive, that they're going to take care of their needs. And you've got 7 different funeral homes that you need to maintain. I mean, just how effective is CMIT at handling all those?
Well, and our sense of urgency is so much more here, too. I mean, things cannot wait. They have to be done now. They've been really good about that. People in our company call me. I'm the first line of defense, and if there's something that I can't fix but I know that it's really important, I know that I can rely on CMIT to get back to that person as quickly as possible, and I'm not feeling like I need to apologize for our outsourced company not doing their jobs. I mean, I can rely on them.
Granted, now you know that CMIT is really good, but when they first came in and they started working and making these things happen, did you have any trepidation? Were you a little bit suspicious about whether they could really make this work? Because you had other people working before, so what made you trust them?
We were shopping a few different companies at that point, and CMIT was the only one that went out to every location and looked at how everything was set up so that they were aware of our entire network, and that was huge. They weren't just trying to sell us, they were really trying to understand whether they were going to be able to help us and to manage our network.
And as I understand, they helped you with one very scary thing, and that was backups. I have to tell you that everybody that I interview, even the people who have complete backup systems in place and they think they're running, the most often comment is, boy, we thought we were backing up, because everybody knows you should back up, but then it turns out that they weren't. What did you guys discover?
And it turned out that we were paying $300 a month to back up 1 gig that was some random file on our system that wasn't even important. So we realized we, for months, had not been backing up anything.
Oh,
And it
that's a
was
scary thing.
really terrifying. So that's something that CMIT came in and fixed and found us several different options. We're backing up on site, we're backing up in the cloud, so we're feeling much more comfortable about that now.
Well, tell me what they're like to work with.
Debbie and Phil are a lot of fun, and it's nice to have the owner of a company be so accessible and really just friendly and nice. I've also found a really good friend and mentor with Mike Massaro, who's there. He's really spent a lot of time trying to teach me things and help me understand more so that I can handle more things myself so that they can handle the much harder things. And it's so nice to have somebody take the time to explain something to me and not treat me like I'm just a silly girl. He's actually including me in the process. I mean, that's above and beyond what they need to do. They're not required to teach me things like that, but they have really made an effort to do that.
That's super. Is there any last thing that you would say to somebody about CMIT and what they could expect working with CMIT?
I think if someone chooses CMIT for an outsourced IT company, that they're really going to find someone who has a personal relationship with their business, that they try to understand the culture of their client's business and do their work to that standard. We're not just paying them to fix things, we're really working together to improve our business. And they were able to help us create a vision for where we need to go with our infrastructure.